Okay, here we go. So if you wanted to have a metric number line that's used to convert, it's really just taking this thing, which you have to memorize anyway for Friday, and sort of converting it into a horizontal version. But the horizontal version is really useful because it helps you move decimal places, which you're going to want to do. So I would start with a giant line like this. And in the middle goes the base units. And I'm going to write the base units on bottom so things don't get confusing. The three primary base units are going to be meters, liters, and grams. Okay, so it kind of goes in steps of 3, but the first, make a line, 1, 2. That second line to the right, if you're making lines, is called centi. And the third line to the right is called milli. And after that, it's all basically steps of 3. So if you go another 3, 1, 2, and 3, that third line is micro. And 3 more, I'm criminally underusing the size of my paper, but 3 more is 1, 2, 3. That would be nano. I should have really spaced this better. What are you going to do? I'm not going to write all the symbols for them because they're all on this piece of paper right here, but those symbols express what they are. But we don't want to get too cluttered because I made it cluttered enough myself. If I go to the left side, it works in groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3 to the left is kilo. Three more to the left is mega with capital M. And 3 more, this is appropriately spaced, is giga with a capital G. Hopefully you spaced better than mine over here. It's not very good. Yikes. All right, so this number line really helps you convert between, like, let's say, well, even simple ones that you might be familiar with, like let's say gigabytes and terabytes, which I didn't put tera on there, but or gigabytes and megabytes. You know, how many bytes is that? So a lot of them are really useful, and you're going to be asked to convert a lot in this class. Again, on Friday, this is your primary focus, and it's going to look like this, and you're going to write the words on there. But in the future, this is the most useful for like practicality in this class. I want you to know what giga is. I want you to know that giga is 1 times 10 to the 9th. But in terms of actually converting stuff, this is, I think, the more useful of the two. Unfortunately, you can't use either of these after Friday. You need to memorize them, but it will help you if you can memorize a few things in your brain. There's a certain part that's the most important, and that's right here. We'll call this the square of importance. From kilo to milli are ones you should really know. Now, obviously, the square of importance for Friday is this, because that's your quiz. But after that, the ones I expect that you know in your head are really these 3. Those are the ones that we use the most in this class. And I will still expect you're able to convert between, like, let's say, micro something to something else. But this is the one that's really, really important for this class. You have to know eventually that there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter, just right off the top of your head, or that there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer, or there are, 1 gram is equal to 100 centigrams. Those kinds of things you need to know. Or you need to have this little section memorized so you can figure it out very easily. So how do you use this? Well, the number line works like this. If you wanted to convert, let's stick with grams. Let's say 100 grams. And I want to know how many kilograms that is. So I'm starting here at the base unit, which I should really make a bigger line. And all you do is you go from the base unit, and I want to get to kilo, the K. So I go 3 spots to the left, 1, 2, 3 spots to the left. And I just take my decimal and I move it 3 spots to the left. So the decimal is right here, 100 point, and go 1, 2, 3 spots to the left, which would be 0.1 kilograms. So 100 grams is 0.1 kilograms. And there's no real math involved. All you've done is just move your decimal from, move the decimal in the direction and the number on the number line. So that's a really slick way to do it. If you want to go the other direction, let's say I had like 25 megabytes of information. And I want to know how many bytes that is. Well, I'm at mega right now, and I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots to the left, or sorry, to the right. So take my decimal point, which is right here, and go 6 spots to the right, which would be 25 million bytes. Pretty good, right? You want to try one? You're going to. How about 1.87 micrometers? And I want to know how many centimeters that is. So see if you can right now figure out 1.87 micrometers and how many centimeters that would be. You're starting at micro, you're right here. And I want to get to centi, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to the left. So take your decimal point and move it 4 spots to the left. And you would get 0.000187 centimeters. So this number line allows you to pretty easily, without any math, convert between metric numbers, with no problem whatsoever.